Hi, my name is Catherine,
And my name is Nixon.
and in this video, we're going to be demonstrating our computer network spinal project. We're using ZeroTier to connect the virtual machines to the same network. ZeroTier is a networking platform that creates secure virtual networks. So first, we're going to move on to part one, which will be authenticating client A and B through the Ubuntu server. And we'll be doing this through two methods, the Apple test and RAD test through NT-RAD ping. So first we're going to do the Apple test, which means we need to start the debug circuit, the debug terminal. So it's ready to process requests, which means it's working. And then we're going to open another terminal and run the Apple test for client A. This is the command which I already typed earlier on. It says here success, which proves that client A has been authenticated. And back in the server, it says, back in the other terminal, it says here access accept, which also proves the same thing. Then we're gonna do it again for client B, except here, the difference is we changed it to the client B file, which simulates client B as the other one simulates client A. It says here failure because it doesn't have the certificates installed. And here it says access reject because of the same reason. Now we're gonna move on to the anti-wrapping version of the proving.
And here in the anti-red ping thing on client A, I'm gonna press send here, and it says access accept. And now when I do it in the client B one over here, it says access reject. Now moving on to part two, we have an Active Directory installed to a Windows server, as you can see on the bottom left, and client A and B are connected to the domain successfully, as you can see from access accept over here and access accept over here. And now moving on to part three, which are the folders. There's a share folder made in the Windows server, and you can check from here in the clients. Client A can access folder A. Client A cannot access folder B. Client A can access folder C. Client B cannot access folder A. Client B can access folder B. And client B can access folder C. Moving on to part 4, there is also an antivirus server installed and joined to the domain, as you can see on the bottom left. And the antivirus is already deployed to client A and client B by going to the share folder and in here, and you can install it with the installer that's already inside the folder. Also the same thing with client B. And this is the antivirus server running on its own Windows server. And that is all, and thank you.
Thank you.